Hello! Once upon a time, I designed comic books for the television show Elementary. The character was called Midnight Ranger, and I got to design his costume, picking out stuff that they could get kind of like at an Army and Navy store because it was supposed to be this neighborhood vigilante, and it had to be also an element that he could kind of sew easily. And I was like, anybody could make like a hood out of a sheet with a big hole in it for his lasso. So that was the design I came up with, and this character based his costume on a comic book that was real in the show, and the comic book in the show had been around since like the 40s. So I got to create all these different covers that were supposed to feel like they came from, got published between 1940 and the present day. And so it was really fun to look at old comic books and think about how to do that. I used clip art from Getty Images combined with my own illustrations to create the covers because I only had 4 days to do them all. So it was a challenge to get all these different styles. And I also was able to come up with all of the ideas, all of the copy, it was just like, make some old comic books. And I was like, awesome. So I picked out the themes and I was like, we got to have Nazis and aliens and gangsters and time machines and let's take them to Japan. And, thinking about the comic books that I used to read as a kid, the Marvel comics and all the different things. And now it's in the 70s and the character has like long hair and like, big collars and bell bottoms, and the stories are more in the city and they're more gritty. Then you get into the 80s where you get into the mutant era and it's like, all these like mutant humans with supernatural powers that they got from some kind of laboratory. And then always, the funny, weird hybrid character villains that are like half animal, half man, getting into trouble and shenanigans. And you gotta have the sci-fi, gotta take them to outer space, gotta have some aliens abducting the Midnight Ranger. And it was so fun trying to make my illustration style match whatever I could find on Getty. I'd find this alligator in dungarees, and I would use that, and then I'd find some background. So it was just a really fun project. It was more like collages, because I had to find other things. Once I got into these more modern, this was like a Rob Liefeld take, where he did these big dynamic poses. And then you start using some more computer colors to make it feel more modern, not so old. Now, I didn't age the artwork myself because in television, we have scenics that can do that. They actually will just print it as if it was a brand new comic book, and then they'll take it and beat it up and make it look old, so that when the props department gives it to the actors, it actually looks like an old comic book by the time it's handled. I had to make a couple of inside pages too for the actors when they're going through these comic books. They open the pages, and for legal reasons, you can't show other people's art. So it was really a fun project, and I love drawing and doing cartooning and comic booking, so it was right up my alley, and it was a real treat. It was a big challenge to do this much art in 4 days, from beginning to end, but I did it. If you like the video, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. I love to hear from you. Bye.